When McLaren started out on the mission of building their next road-going supercar, it wasn't easy in any way. Manufacturers like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche were going all in and were rolling out supercars that were way better than every McLaren at that time. So McLaren decided to go all in and started testing the test mule and laying the foundation for their next road-going supercar, the McLaren 720S. The goal with the 720S wasn't just to build another expensive supercar, but it was to annihilate every other supercar on the road in every area. Cold, hot, wet, whatever be the conditions, the 720S had to rule. That's why McLaren started testing the 720S prototype for thousands and thousands of kilometers in different weather conditions. Hot weather in Arizona, cold weather in Sweden. The 720S was tested at every racetrack and test track in Europe, and on different kind of roads as well, to make the 720S an incredibly engaging car. The 720S is a lot more powerful than its predecessor, the 650S. It has also got more downforce, better cooling, better brakes, but at the heart of that, below the surface, is proactive chassis control too. Tedious development on tires, dampening springs, the steering system. So yes, the 720S is a big improvement over the car that came before it, the 650S. But the biggest leap has come in the software that controls the suspension system. Be it any road or weather condition, you will love driving this car, and that's exactly McLaren's motto with the 720S, is for you to raise your limits. So let's start with the design of the 720S. The folks at McLaren have a very simple design philosophy, and that is, everything should be there for a reason, and a great design tells a great story. So every profile, every curve on this car has been designed for maximum driving engagement. The story of the McLaren 720S begins from the moment the air hits the car. Everything is designed to guide the air around the car as efficiently as possible. They have also integrated dynamic LED headlamps, since the eye socket is a part of the aerodynamic system. The lens design is very upright, which allows them to create a quality of light output that's never been seen before on a supercar. As we move down to the side of the car, the key question is, how do you cool 720 PS without any visible side intakes? McLaren answers that by saying that to make the car more appealing, they have created two skins to the door. This allows them to saturate high energy air flowing over the front soldier and down into the door duct from the more turbulent body side up. This makes for a very efficient design in terms of cooling and in terms of drag. McLaren has been able to create a very low drag design because the car takes the turbulent air into the body, and that's the reason why the 720S has such a sculptural and sophisticated body side. Our favorite bits of the exterior are the dihedral doors, and what McLaren has done differently this time is to make the doors a part of the roof, so it makes it very easy to step in and out of the car. Talking about the frame or the chassis of the 720S, every road car that McLaren has ever produced has used carbon fiber as its base structural material. That's the technology McLaren has taken from Formula 1 and introduced into road cars. A monocoque is a primary vehicle structure which provides the occupant's protection area and the main structure for the entire vehicle. The monocoque concept was introduced on the McLaren 650S and has evolved through the P1 into the Super Series. The monocoque weighs less than 102 kilos and is assembled in-house at McLaren and becomes the building block for the entire rest of the vehicle assembly. The monocage of the 720S is what makes it unique in its segment. The 720S is a great expression of the carbon engineering McLaren has and allows the engineers to show their potential for what McLaren is capable of delivering in carbon as a material. The design team has done a fantastic job of the exterior styling of the 720S, but we think the real success is on the engineering detail on the inside of the car. It's crazy how the chassis of performance cars has evolved from stainless steel to carbon fiber, not only reducing the weight drastically but also increasing the strength, which is what every car manufacturer wants to do with their car. Now is the time to talk about the heart of the car. This is our favorite part as always because of the fascination we have with engines. We feel that the engine and the powertrain are the heart of a supercar. The powertrain of the supercar delivers a whole entertaining engagement that is not just the brutal physical force. The sound is an element that is of paramount importance. You need to have a symphony. The dyno is a test point where we can put the engine through any possible load case, and they push the engine way past what you can do in a car. Although dyno testing is to try and break the engine, they are not very nice tests. They can run the car for 48 hours around the Nürburgring without ever having to stop for fuel. Standing in the control room of a dyno and watching the engine running Nürburgring lap simulations is always awesome. The engine in the 720S is developing 720 PS and 770 Nm of torque, and this needs to go beyond the power and this needs to go beyond the pure performance figure. It needs to come with passion and emotion. And I bet we all can agree that the 720S is the ultimate result when you combine passion with emotion. Challenging corners in a way that you have never seen before. Steering feel is very important to the folks at McLaren, so the steering in the 720S has been built from what McLaren learned while building the P1, the 675 LT, in terms of delivering that feedback through the steering and the driver feel on every corner. Moreover, the 720S is a car which can be driven almost everywhere. It can be used as a track car, you can use it as a daily because it's comfy enough to do that. You can go on a weekend vacation if you want to. Basically, it's a supercar which is very versatile, and you don't see those type of supercars much. If you look at the market and look at the cars the 720S competes with, we can easily see why the 720S is the best of the lot. The 720S has got almost everything right. It's fun, it's comfortable, it's fast, it handles good, it looks beautiful. Wow, McLaren, just awed at this wonderful creation of yours. Now I know why people who have driven the 720S call it a budget hypercar, because the efficiency with which the 720S puts the power onto the road from the engine is the reason why it has earned the king status in the land of supercars. So that's it for this time. I trust you liked this one. If you did, then do share it with your friends and do consider subscribing to MotorDrift for more such content in the future. Also, join in the MotorDrift community by clicking the links in the description below. We would love to have you as a part of it. Till then, ciao.